brought to you by TELUS. Hi there, I'm Miriam Murtash.
And I am Mike Agarbo, and this is AppTV.
We explore the world of apps, the ups, the downs, the good and the bad.
And we help you weed through the thousands of apps out there to find out what's best for you.
Today's episode is all about social networking and connecting with people anytime and anywhere.
And to kick things off, we'll take a quick look at one we're all familiar with, the source material for the movie The Social Network. Of course, I'm talking about Facebook.
Facebook is one app that qualifies as a must-have. It's usually the first thing installed on a phone or mobile device immediately after purchase, and some people even check their Facebook status before they go to the washroom in the morning.
Well, I mean, some people I know, well, I've heard this, they actually even check it while they're in the bathroom.
That's too much information.
Well, this app is easy to use and has connected people the world over. There are status updates, the ability to read and reply to messages, find and make friends, read profiles, and a lot more.
Facebook covers all the bases and keeps you up to date while keeping people up to date about you.
Speaking of having all your bases covered, our first segment focuses on the folks famous for their phone connections and their support. Let's take a look at TELUS from a social media perspective. TELUS is really well known for their support. You can reach them 24/7 on the phone with any of your questions. Well, now with the advent of social media, they're finding new ways to engage their customers, especially using tools like Twitter. Today, I'm down at the Burnaby call center, and I'm with the @support team. I've got TJ, and TJ, you're actually using Twitter to respond to your customers.
Yeah, definitely, because we see it's a good advantage to get out there and reach out to clients and support them the best way we can.
So what would be an average response time for someone who tweeted in their question?
With Twitter, we do respond to them fairly quickly, from a few seconds up to a couple of minutes. It does depend. Sometimes we're answering multiple clients, so you might get a small bit of lag time, but I said within a few minutes, you'll get support from us right away.
So how many tweets would you respond to in a day?
I would say it would average around 100 tweets a day, but sometimes if we have something exciting coming out from our product team and stuff, and people see about it and hear about it online, they tend to retweet more of it, and then we get more contacts from clients asking about this new product or this new service from us.
And so how many people do you actually have on the @TELUS support team?
We have 6 people right now, 4 in this Burnaby call center, and we have 2 out in Montreal, which give us French support.
Okay, so being real now, when you get a tweet in, are you cutting and pasting answers, or are you really answering them yourself?
Definitely. You're talking to me or talk to one of my other colleagues, and you're not talking to a computer. There's no cut and paste saying, we give you the answer, but we do it in a very, casual, friendly manner.
And so as far as privacy, sometimes obviously you got to deal with account information. Are people concerned about that? What do you do to alleviate it?
Well, with privacy, we're definitely very concerned about that at TELUS, and we also follow the same guidelines, whether you call into us or on Twitter. So we just ask general information about you, and then we go from there to help you out.
How many followers does TELUS have on Twitter now?
TELUS as a whole, as a company, we have over 20,000 followers, and we're always growing every day, and it has grown quite rapidly, in fact.
Well, thanks for the info, TJ.
No problem.
If you want to see what the next wave in tech support is all about, just follow @TELUS support on Twitter and do some live tweeting with TJ.
We've looked at Twitter in the workplace. Now, how about which Twitter clients can work for you? Here's some that, in our opinion, have stood out for being a bit unusual. If you're new to Twitter, a great app with a clever interface is UberCurrent. It gives a Twitter feed that cover flow look on your iOS devices and your iTunes. This is great if you want to follow popular tweeters to start with. Tweet 360 brings your camera into play. Just point your camera around you and augmented reality kicks in. Tweet 360 shows you nearby Twitter users like little tweeters floating in real space. Dial to Do is fantastic for when you're on the run. You can have your tweets read out to you or dictate your tweets to the app and have it post for you. So even if 140 characters is too much to read, have it narrated to you like a sweet bedtime story. If you use the Lists feature to organize your Twitter feed, look no further than Twitterific. This app color codes your lists and lets you quickly scan to get to the information you want to read. For those shutterbugs who just have to share, check out Mobypicture. You can open the app, take or use a photo, and it's as easy as label tag and upload. This is probably the only photo Twitter app you'll need.
The app that brings a whole new meaning to the term connected, Mafia Wars from Zynga for the iPhone. Hey, forget about it. You may know Zynga as the company that brought you Farmville, and they brought the same simple and easy to use formula here to Mafia Wars. If you've guessed that this is an RPG game, I'd ask, how do you know so much? Anyway, you'd be right. The idea behind the game is similar to most organized crime-based games, and in fact, real organized crime. To be in control of the city. The graphics are a high point here and are worth mentioning because the game's look and feel is appealing and really sets the mood. Other great points about this app are it's free, it's multiplayer, and even though it's about organized criminals, the violence is fairly mild, so it's suitable for all ages, unlike the real Mafia. Like any aspiring gangster, you start small and work your way up, but you need to decide, are you a brawler, a mogul, or a criminal? Once you've made your choice about your route to the top, you gain cash and experience points by doing jobs. The more jobs you do, the better weapons you can buy, and the better the next job is. You compete against other players and work your way up. Now, it's a dangerous line of work, so you may need to spend some time and money patching yourself up once in a while. And buying up some property is a good way to bring in a steady source of cash to keep the construction of your criminal empire going. You think you have what it takes to run New York City? The most addictive part of Mafia Wars is that you can keep expanding your crime family so the game can go on as long as you want. It's colorful, the gameplay is easy and fun, and the concept is solid. Who doesn't want to run their own crime family? Mafia Wars from Zynga for the iPhone. So you want in?
Text messaging has got to be one of the top 10 technological advancements of our time. Well, at least from a social aspect. But when it comes to texting, some of us are just all thumbs. Today, I want to share a great little app called HeyTell that removes the keyboard from messaging and leaves you with the sweet sounds of your friends and contacts. HeyTell basically turns your smartphone into a walkie-talkie by using a push-to-talk button. Let me show you how it works. Simply open the app and go into your contact list to select the person you want to send a message to. Then hold down the hold and speak button and record your message. Hey Johnny, I'll be there in 10. If the app is closed, you'll receive a push notification message from HeyTell. Clicking on the view opens the app and lets me hear a reply.
Yep, no worries, Andy. See you then.
So the next time someone tells you that a picture is worth 1,000 words, tell them a voice message is worth 1,000 tweets.
Coming up after the break, we'll cover the pros and cons of some of our favorite instant messaging apps.
And later, we'll look at 2 Android options for social media, Hootsuite and Tweetdeck, and see which app is best for you.
All that and a whole lot more as AppTV continues. We'll be right back. Welcome back.
Well, I've got 2 letters for you. IM, instant messaging. It's right there in the name, instant. You can be in constant contact with whoever you want, wherever you are.
You have an amazing amount of choices out there, so picking the right IM apps can help turn your phone into a powerful tool rather than a battery-draining pain.
So to help give you some guidance through the IM app jungle, we thought we'd give you a tour of some of our favorite IM apps.
First up, we're looking at Beejive IM. Beejive keeps you connected on all your favorite IM chat clients and lets you control your availability on all of those systems as well.
An added bonus with Beejive is you can use your phone's existing data plan or Wi-Fi connection, which means you'll save money by reducing your number of text messages. A little extra cash is always a good thing.
And who doesn't like that? The user interface is appealing and easy to use, making multiple conversations easier to handle all at once. However, Skype and Twitter are a no-go here, and the app does cost $9.99.
Next up, IM Plus. An interesting thing with IM Plus is that your voice messages are sent as MP3 files, which can be played back easily on your Mac, PC, and most mobile devices.
IM Plus also breaks the mold a bit here with the first and only speech recognition technology out there. That's right, instead of typing in messages, you can dictate them right into your phone.
And I love that because I'm super lazy, and if I can talk into it, it's a good thing for me.
That's good, Mike.
The app also has a built-in web browser for surfing and supports Apple's new push feature, allowing you to continue chatting even when you shut down IM Plus.
And finally, our last app, Fring. The first thing you need to know about Fring is that most of its features are not available if you're an Android user, but for all others, it's game on. Fring offers free live IM chats and free video calls as long as the person you're calling is on Fring as well. And hey, free is always nice, like we've already determined.
So Fring allows voice calls over Wi-Fi and 3G and two-way video calls as well. And it has an integrated dynamic friends list with real-time contact availability.
Well, now the downside. Fring no longer offers Skype integration.
That was a big downside for me because I use Skype a lot. So not having it in Fring anymore is kind of a bummer.
Well, to be fair, it was never Fring's fault. From what we hear, it was Skype who pulled out.
Well, also, when you log into Fring, you're logged into all of your accounts at the same time. So to go offline in one account means you have to completely unsubscribe, removing the account altogether.
That's a pain. Well, that wraps up our look at 3 of our favorite IM apps, Beejive, IM Plus, and Fring. Instant messaging apps made easy. It's a social media matchup on Android with 2 apps that center on the big players of the social network world. Meet Hootsuite and Tweetdeck. These days, we all need to be connected and stay connected, and Hootsuite lets you do that and more. Essentially, this app is your one-stop shop for the networks you need. Hootsuite supports Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn and lets you manage multiple accounts simultaneously. Even though it doesn't come with stickers like Hootsuite's HootKit does, Tweetdeck is completely connected as well, with, as the name implies, a bigger focus on Twitter. The big 2, Facebook and Twitter, do appear, but there's also Foursquare and Google's attempt at social media with Buzz. Who's on your Facebook page? How many tweets are you sending and receiving? Is what you're putting out there getting out there? Are those your kind of questions? Hootsuite's got your answers. It definitely handles the stats end of things more effectively than Tweetdeck, giving you a better idea of the traffic across all your social media platforms. So why do you need all that stat data pouring in? For the simple approach, or for the casual user, Tweetdeck has streamlined your social media interface by giving you what you need: access to your pages. Both Hootsuite and Tweetdeck consolidate your social media, making it easily accessible. The main focus for both apps are Facebook and Twitter. And it's obvious that Hootsuite offers more detailed user info, and Tweetdeck's interface is easier to use with its larger buttons and lack of stat info. So in the end, you have one app, Hootsuite, that's ideal for the business user who lives and dies by the social media they monitor, and then the other, Tweetdeck, which is ideal not for making a multi-million-dollar deal, but for making plans with friends for a glass of wine after work, or maybe even 2.